most people believe that in order to get what I want, you have to do the thing I need you to do for me to get what I
That's
want.
it. Yeah. The specific thing.
And you spend so much time trying to get your partner to do that. And how many partners out there literally are like, well, I'll compromise with you. And if you do the thing I like that I don't want to, you don't want to do, I'll do the thing that you like that I don't want to do. And we'll have 50% happiness and we'll say that this is a good stalemate. And I can live with 50% joy. That's fine. Instead of being like, why don't we just look for the hundo and go for, I'm going to do this because it's 100% make me happy. And you cool? Cool. All right, cool. Not, all right, cool. Like, wow. What time is it? Seriously.
I'm about to drop one more real quick.
Please. Yeah. I'm not in a hurry to move you guys out. This is, please.
So with the relationship of her, you want to know what like drastically like really shifted it to allow like this type of space for it?
Please.
We finally started addressing the most important relationship that we both have in our life. The relationship of ourselves. That was showing in the relationship. But we both were believing, oh, you need to be a solution to what I got going on this side, and then vice versa, which is a common thing in relationships, which is why it never really works.
And yeah, I see that with you guys because when you talk about your journeys, the interesting thing is you never mention the other person as a direct like interaction of the things you're experiencing, but you always in your stories include them as being present. Like that is the interesting thing is I could talk to you. You guys can sit together and talk to me. And if we cut this entire interview up and didn't have the other person on camera, they wouldn't know another person was here other than laughing and looking at each other. But if you listen to the stories, there's always a reference of each person being present. I know that everything you've experienced the other person was there with you, but your recollection, you still take wholeheartedly the independent responsibility of your experience and what you're feeling, what you're going through to yourself. And you don't put any of that externally on the other person. And you even acknowledge if you do that to an extent.
We actually just had that today, remember? Mm-hmm. It was about the podcast thing. So she mentioned about, she's like, yeah, I'm about to go to my cousin's Chris' house for a podcast. Like, podcast? Like, what do you mean podcast? And then she was saying, I told you twice about this. I said, no, you didn't. So we really was going at it with each other for a little bit. I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't tell me twice. I didn't know about this. Yeah. I was like, if I knew you were going to, I was like, hell yeah, I would have went. Because I didn't even know. But then what happened, what for me now was believing that, oh, she's lying to me. So I was being in that type of conversation. And then she's like, you forgot. You just forgot we had this conversation. But then what happened later on, she did her Scooby-Doo investigation, found out that she actually texted me about it. And then what happened was for me, I sent the audio message. I didn't see that message, but we only had one conversation about it. So I cleaned that shit up on my end.
Yeah.
Apologize. Okay, you didn't lie. I apologize. She cleaned her shit up as well simultaneously too. So, oh yeah, okay, we had one conversation about it. I thought we had two. And then we moved on.
And it's a beautiful thing because you're realizing like this is only one moment in our existence. Okay.
Yeah. But it's interesting because people talk about it too. And I'm guilty of it before. You'll hold a grudge. Or something that happened a long time ago, and then you'll bring it up in the art, like a discussion now. Oh, yeah, remember you didn't do this to me like 5 years ago. You was mean to me.
Such an accurate thing.
Suffering back into the loop over a moment already happened. It already happened.
Oh, yeah. We as human beings are so good at that. And I think it allows us, it puts us in a state of victimization. Mm-hmm. I'm the one being hurt here because of you. I don't need to change anything. Yeah. If I want to feel better, you need to do it. So all of this is your responsibility. Yeah. I'm sitting here. I didn't ask for this. You're doing it on your time, right? And I think we see it so often where we don't give grace to those around us or to life in general, right? Like we don't say, hey, I'm not perfect. And my recollection of my memory may not be as accurate as I think it is. Let me ask a question first. Let me go look. You guys, like you said, you were arguing, and then you were like, hold on. We've got cell phones, and it keeps all the records. Google keeps all of our messages forever. What happened? Oh, okay. All right, never mind. All right, cool. Let's move on. But but you have that level of grace for one another to be like, whoa, we're having an experience here. We need to get on the same page with this. Let's go back to the information of it and really dive down into it. And I think if everyone can kind of have that level of patience, understanding, and grace, that each one of us is having our own individual experience of life, and not to look at it as whatever you're doing to me is a purposeful intent of harm to me, instead of saying, hey, something's just happening. Let me go see what it is. I think we'd have a lot more patience in the world, more understanding, and we'd probably just be a lot more happier people.
You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.